heartbroken family in Chicago looking for answers after a young truck driver from the west suburbs was found dead in North Carolina.
Javion McGee was just 21. We have to warn you, some of the details might be hard to hear this afternoon. Police say he was discovered not far from his truck in the city of Henderson Wednesday, leaning against a tree with a rope around his neck. His family suspects foul play, but police say it wasn't a lynching. Initially, the family says the Vance County Sheriff's Office told them McGee died by suicide. But today, the sheriff's written statement doesn't list his death as a suicide and says they're now investigating his death. Javion's family wants the FBI to step in.
I just feel something in my bones that's not right, and we're going to get to the bottom of it.
Candace Matthews is speaking for McGee's mother and says the family wants transparency. His death captured attention this week when his cousin posted a TikTok accusing law enforcement of dragging their feet in the investigation. Family has traveled to North Carolina to press investigators for more information because police are saying McGee purchased the rope at a Walmart before he died. The family spokesperson saying the timeline isn't adding up.
This family deserves answers. And you are going to do your job because something happened between that Walmart distribution center and that young man being hung from a tree. There's an issue. Now, Javion, also the parents want to know, has had no history of mental health, has no criminal history. You know, Javion was a happy individual. In fact, he was happy to even have his CDL license that he just not that long got.
McGee's body is now with the medical examiner for an autopsy. The sheriff's office says they'll share the results with the family as soon as they come in and before they make that report public.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Hope your day's going pretty good. My day's going pretty good. Got a story for y'all today coming out of North Carolina. And shout out to everybody in North Carolina. Now, before I get started with this story, I want to say that racism does exist. It does every single day. A lot of times a person may get overlooked because of their skin color or their race or their spiritual belief. So many different ways of racism that people may face out there each and every day. Now in this story here, I'm thinking that there is foul play in the midst of all this stuff that's going on. Some type of racism is going on or some type of foul play. Let's get into the story. This here is 21-year-old Javion McGee. And he's from Chicago. And I want to send my condolences out to the family of this 21-year-old man because he was just trying to work hard, doing good for himself at 21 years old. There are so many 21-year-old young men out there these days that are trying to rob people, don't want to work, want to sit back and hold their hand out and want somebody to bring something to them. Don't want to do anything. Just sitting up all day playing video games, not doing nothing with their life. Let's get into more of the story. A family is grieving and demanding answers after a 21-year-old truck driver was found dead on Rural Road with a rope around his neck as police insist that he wasn't lynched. Now, you heard what I just read. The family is grieving and they are demanding answers. And also there was a rope tied around his neck. And the police department is trying to say that this young man has not been lynched. Apparently, this here is looking like someone has lynched this young man. Because think about it. He's 21 years old. Just got his CDL. Doing probably the job he's been wanting to do for a long time. Living his life. Doing what he got to do. Trying to make some money. Trying to make an honest buck. But this young man was found with a rope tied around his neck. Let's get into more of the story. Javion McGee, 21 years old, was from Chicago, and he was found on September the 11th in North Carolina, appearing to have been hung with his back leaning up against a tree, sparking speculation that he may have been racially targeted. This young man lost his life while he's at work, out on the job, just minding his business. Do y'all think this here was suicide? Or do y'all think this here was foul play? And the whole question at the end of the day, 21 years old. What in the world is going on through this young man's head to make him even want to take his own life? He's out there on the road making good money. I'm just going to assume that he's making good money because all trucking companies don't pay people good money. I think the trucking industry is robbing a lot of people out there. Messing them, doing them real bad, bending them over with no Vaseline each and every single day. But that's not what this story is about. Let's get into more of the story. The truck driver's death captured attention this week after his cousin shared a TikTok video bringing attention to the tragedy, where she accused officials of dragging their feet in the investigation and claimed that Javion's mother couldn't even identify his body. Did you hear what I just said? His cousin took it to TikTok. Check out this video here.
Hey y'all, I would have never thought I had to make this kind of post on my TikTok, but my family desperately needs your help. This is my little cousin, Javion McGee. He's from Chicago, Illinois. He was 21 years old and would have been 22 in a few weeks. He was found hanging from a tree in Henderson, North Carolina yesterday. He drove trucks, so that was his reason for even being out there. The police officers are trying to say that he went to Walmart and purchased the rope and hung himself. We obviously don't believe that, and we are just asking for your help to push his story out there. This isn't covered on any local platforms. No news stations, radio, none of that. So we're trying to push it out there. We really need your help. The police officers in the coroner's office are giving us a hard time, not allowing his mom to identify the body. At one point, they told her she can't identify the body due to COVID. And then the next day, today, they told her the father has to give her permission for that, which he said that he would. She asked if they could send her pictures at least. They told her yes, and then turned around and told her, oh, I don't think that you want to see your son like that. Come on. Like, this is just very devastating for my family, and we really need to push this story out there. So if y'all could please repost this video, keep saying his name, Javion McGee, hashtag justice for Javion, and we are going to fight for him, and we are standing behind my cousin 100%, and they're not getting away with this. So please share this video. Thank you.
Yep. She brought awareness and brought it to TikTok to try to show everyone what happened to her cousin, trying to bring justice to him, to the family, trying to bring justice for Javion, because she knows something is wrong with this. She said they've been dragging their feet in the investigation, which I do agree with this, because some family members out there is not going to let some stuff like this slide. I wouldn't. Now, I'm glad that this young man, 21 years old, had a family member that brought this to the attention of the people so someone may know what is going on. Let's get into more of the story. In response, Vance County Sheriff Curtis R. Brain said that he became aware of the accusations and will say that the young man was not dangling from a tree. He was not swinging from a tree. The rope was wrapped around his neck, and it was not a noose. There was a knot on the end of the rope, so therefore it was not lynching here in Vance County. That's what the sheriff stated, that it was not any type of lynching that was going on, but the rope was around his neck. Seemed kind of fishy to me if you were to ask me. Let's get into more of the story. North Carolina officials have not made any arrests in the connection of McGee's death. And Brain told the ABC 11 that there was no signs of foul play, and he declined McGee's passing as a suicide and at this stage. So North Carolina officials did not make any arrests in the connection of McGee's death. The sheriff department said to ABC 11 that there was no signs of foul play. So they're saying that he committed suicide. That's what they're saying. And the mother was not even able to view her son's body. Just think about how devastating that could be for a parent trying to go view their child's body to make sure that that's their son or that's their daughter. I'm just saying that this type of stuff happens each and every single day. Someone come up missing. Someone wind up hanging from a tree. Someone wind up getting beat real bad and thrown on the side of the road. Their body thrown in the river each and every single day. Especially when it comes down to the skin color. Black. There's a lot of cases out there that get swept right up under the rug. He's black. It don't matter. Let's just say he committed suicide. Let's just say he committed suicide and let it go. There are so many policemen out there each and every single day that are taking the lives of black people. Also white people, Chinese people, all type of races. But right now I'm talking about black people. They will say, hey, he committed suicide. She committed suicide. Sweep it up on the rug. It don't even matter. Let's go on about our business. And some families are left each and every single day wondering what in the world happened to my relative. What happened to my brother? What happened to my sister? What in the world is going on? It's a mystery. Don't know who took their life. And the whole time, it be the sheriff department. It be the police. It be somebody in law enforcement taking these young black people life, old black people life. Because they look at, some people are just so racist to the point, they look at black people like they're animals. Like they don't have a soul. And I'm glad that this young man's cousin had the heart, had the courage to even come on TikTok and realize that something is not right with this case. Shame on that county, Vance County. Shame on that county. Shame. Because y'all know something ain't right about this. 21 years old. Got a whole life ahead of himself. Yes, I used to drive trucks over the road. I still drive trucks now. I just don't drive them over the road. And sometimes being a truck driver can be very stressful. You're away from your family. You're away from your wife. You're away from your children. You're away from your husband. You can't interact like you want to because you're out there on the road taking care of your business, trying to make an honest buck. And sometimes a person may get very stressed out there on that road. But there are a lot of people out there know what they signed up for. Know what they have to do. Out there trying to make an honest living. And there are many truck drivers each and every single day come up missing, losing their life, get racially profiled. I see it all the time in trucking. You go in certain places. I remember one time I went to Kentucky. I was delivering something to Kentucky. I was delivering some coils. Here's a picture of how these coils look. I was delivering some of these to Kentucky, to a plant. And the lady behind the desk was a white lady. I'm not racist. I'm just giving everybody context of what I seen and what I dealt with. It was a white lady. And that lady, when she seen me walk up to the river, but when this white lady seen me walk up to the window, there was just a white man at the window. She was so friendly with this man, laughing, he and hi. Let this man go on back there and get his load off the truck with no problem. And when I walked up to the window, that woman's whole facial expression changed on me. She looked at me crazy and rolled her eyes at me. Gave me a very mean, nasty look. Had a nasty attitude. When I gave her my paper, she had like it was nasty. Treated me like straight up trash. I dealt with racism out there in the trucking industry. Each and every day. It's real. Now, I don't think this young man, 21 years old, took his life. I don't think so. I'm with the family on this. And his mother was not able to view his body, and they said because COVID-19, that was the reason why. And they also said they didn't want the mother to see him like that. When has there ever been a problem for the family to view a body? I'll wait. Leave in the comment. What in the world is up with that? No matter how this young man looked, the mother should have been able to view her son's body. Let me tell you why she couldn't view her son's body. Because there was foul play involved with the law enforcement. Probably. I'm just saying, allegedly. But there is a lot of racism going on out there each and every single day. Even Chinese people treat black people like trash sometimes. Not all of them, not all white people. There are some black people out there that are racist also. But one thing about racism, it would never, ever, ever change. There's going to always be a bad apple in the bunch. There's going to always be one there. So basically, only thing you have to do at that moment is just pick your poison. Know who to deal with. Try to treat everybody right. Try to treat everybody nice. But if you kick me, I'm going to kick you back. That's the way it should go, no matter what race you are. If somebody disrespecting you because of your race, you don't have to tolerate that. If a black man is mistreating a white man because he's white, he don't have to take that. He can stand up for himself. If a black man is getting mistreated by a white man, same thing when it comes down to women. They don't have to take that. Stand up for something. You better stand for something or you'll fall for anything. I'm going to repeat that. You better stand for something or you will fall for anything. One more time, I'm going to send my deep condolences out to the family of this 21-year-old man. Young man, that is. This here is truly tragic. This young man should be still here today. Leave it in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this. Is it foul play or did he commit suicide? I think there was foul play involved. Because he was found with a rope around his neck. If he would have committed suicide, why in the world wasn't he still hanging? Why? 21 years old. What was going on? I would like to know y'all's thoughts and y'all opinions. Like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and give me y'all thoughts about this. Have a good one. Have a blessed one.